Yo, what is going on everybody? Guiding Light here, back with a brand new Fortnite video. And in this one, we have something a little bit different. This isn't going to be a guide or anything like that, but instead, I'm just going to be sitting down and talking to you guys about a bunch of things that have been going on. So it's been a really long time since I've made a video like this. And in this video, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about the Q&A that I started as well, because when we hit 90,000 subscribers about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did start a little bit of a Q&A where you guys could ask me any question that you guys would like, and I told you that I would answer it here in a future video. Now, what's insane is that we have literally gotten over 7,000 subscribers ever since I made that post only about 3 weeks ago. So if any new people would like to ask me questions or anything like that, I was actually thinking about making this like a running series where every single week I'll come here and I'll answer a bunch of your guys' questions, because I'm always getting questions from you guys over on Twitter, over on my Instagram, in the comments section, on PlayStation, just tons and tons of questions that you guys are always asking me. And sometimes you guys will ask me the same question. Like, I'll have one person ask me something, and then later on that day I'll have a different person ask me. So I think this would be a great place for me to have a general discussion with you guys pretty much every single day, where we could go over everything that's been happening with Fortnite. And on top of that, I can answer all your guys' questions that have to do with Fortnite, my YouTube channel, or just me in general. So if you like the idea of that, let me know down below. Start asking your questions, and I will make another one of these videos very, very soon. So my last Q&A video was literally almost 2 years ago, back when I first got to like 10,000 subscribers. So it's been quite a while since we've done one of these Q&A videos, and so there's tons of different questions that you guys have been asking me. So the very first question that I have is from Shane Holmes, and he asked, what made you start Fortnite guides? And this is actually a really good question, because a lot of you guys may know that I didn't actually start out as a Fortnite channel. And so let's talk about this for a little while. So when I first started my YouTube channel, I wasn't really trying to do like full-time YouTube or anything like that. And the only reason I even really started my channel was because of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was a video game that came out a few years ago, and I had gotten a really high kill game. I had gotten like maybe 120, 130 kills in this one match of Advanced Warfare. And I really liked the looks of the gameplay, and at least at the time, I had believed that it was one of the most, like, the highest kill game ever recorded, like, in this game. So I decided, hey, I should probably upload this to YouTube just to put it out there and see what people thought. And on top of that, a couple of my friends did want to see the gameplay, because I had sent them a screenshot of how many kills that I had gotten, and they were all asking me like, wow, how did you get so many kills all in one game? So I decided, hey, might as well upload the gameplay so that other people could watch it and my friends could take a look at it. Well, after uploading that video, I found out I actually really did enjoy the whole process of like editing videos, going through, and I've always been a really big video game player. So I figured if I was going to play video games so much, like if I was going to play like 8 to 10 hours a day, that there was going to have to be something positive that comes out of it, because a lot of the time that you spend playing video games, after a while it adds up, and you can really end up wasting a lot of your life away if you literally just sit here and play video games all day long and you don't get anything out of it. Like, sure, you get enjoyment, sure, the games are fun, and you have plenty of things that are, you have a really good time with your friends, but unfortunately life doesn't really work like that, and eventually you do have to, pay for things and, live life the way that we're forced to live it. So I did have to pretty much start the YouTube channel. I figured, why not just see where it goes? And I enjoy doing it so much that eventually, when it started to take off, I felt like, why not just go ahead and do it full time? So after making those Call of Duty videos for a little while, I experimented with a bunch of different games. I uploaded videos for Call of Duty. I uploaded videos for this old game called Dead Island. I even uploaded some videos on a game called The Crew, which is literally just a driving game, just a bunch of different games that I enjoyed. And eventually I found one game that I enjoyed playing and that people also enjoyed like actually watching my content for, because I didn't really want to make content for a game that I did not enjoy. I felt like that kind of defeated the purpose. And this new game had just came out called Destiny 1, and I kind of got addicted to that game really bad. And eventually, once I started making YouTube videos for that game, people started to like them. They started picking up traction, and I started gaining subscribers from those videos. And so I realized that, hey, I should start probably making more and more Destiny videos, and eventually I structured my entire channel around Destiny. But eventually, I did kind of get a little tired of Destiny. There was this little thing called the Rockstar Challenge, and I say little, but it was a lot. It was a lot different than that. This was literally a 48-day long competition where you could not stop playing for more than like 2 or 3 hours at a time. So after playing Destiny 2 for literally 48 days straight, I needed a break from it. You know, I couldn't take the game for a little while. I needed a change of scenery, if you say so. And so that's when Fortnite was really starting to take off. Was like right when this competition ended, and I knew that I had won a PC from the competition, and Fortnite was this brand new big PC game that was coming out and like was really taking over. So just like before with the Call of Duty videos and with the Destiny videos, I started uploading Fortnite videos, and they started getting such good support, such good traction. So many people started watching them and enjoying them and getting help from them that I figured, hey, why not just do this full time? And so since I was enjoying it more at the time, I completely switched my channel over to Fortnite, and I no longer really do much on Destiny right now, just because there's so little to do on the PvP side of that game. So that was question number one. I know it was a pretty long answer, and I do apologize, but that was just a really, really good question. And I know I touched on a lot of different things in that little question as well. So thank you very much to Shane Holmes for asking that question. That was really helpful, and we were able to touch a lot of different subjects just by asking this one simple question. Next up, we have a question from someone YK. So they're asking me, do you stream? And the answer is yes. I do have a Twitch account. I'll leave a link to it down in the description if you would like to check it out. But to be honest with you guys, I don't stream. Like, I don't have a set stream schedule. Like, oh, I'll stream 8 hours Monday through Friday or anything like that. But I do stream. It's just that I only stream when there's events going on, or when there's like a really big thing that I feel like I can do with all of the community. Because I don't like starting up a live stream, having 50, 60, 70 people in there, and then I'm just sitting there in solos or duos with a friend, and you guys have to watch me play. I understand that a lot of people don't mind doing that, but when I stream, I like to incorporate everybody in the stream. I like to play with you guys whenever I can, and I like to help you guys like achieve something. If I'm not going to do any of that, then I just don't really see the point I'm throwing on a stream. It seems really self-conceited to me, and I just don't really need all the attention anyways. I just don't really like it like other people seem to. So if I'm going to stream, it has to be for a purpose. It has to be to help somebody out or to involve the community and things. But luckily enough, Epic Games actually did just send me a little bit of a beta where I can actually go into private matches. So we can actually do custom matchmaking now here on the channel. And I was thinking about doing some streams over on YouTube for that. So if you ever catch a stream on YouTube, it's definitely going to be on a custom matchmaking or something like that. And then any other stream that I do for Destiny or any other game will be over on Twitch. Next up, we have a question from Kraken, and he was asking me, hey man, dude, do you ever think that you would actually hit 90,000 subscribers when you started your Twitch? And to be honest, like when I was like 13 or 14, I always thought like, hey man, I really need to start a freaking YouTube channel, because like I said before, I just played so many video games. Like I'd come home from school, I'd get on Call of Duty, and that's pretty much all I would do all day long. So even back then, when I would see, all the OG Call of Duty players, like the FaZe guys coming up, like FaZe Blaze, FaZe Pomage, Optic Pomage, whatever you want to call them, FaZe Banks, back when he only had like 200k subscribers, Nordenchat, all these people, honestly, I used to watch them back when I was in like high school, middle school, and seeing them upload content and seeing their gameplays and stuff like that, I always thought like, dang, if I ever really did this, I would probably be successful at it, because I knew that I was pretty decent at least at Call of Duty and certain other games that I played, and it just didn't seem all that hard at the time. Like, not to sound like anything, but I just knew I was interested in video editing. I knew I was interested in video games, so I just knew it was something that I could easily do. But did I ever know that the second I started my YouTube channel that I was going to hit 100,000, 90k subscribers? Definitely not, or else I would have started it a lot sooner. So the next question is actually from Husan, and it's insane to think that Husan is literally one of my first 100 subscribers. Back when I first started my channel, my first 400 or 500 subscribers, anytime anybody would subscribe to me, I'd get super hyped. I'd send them a message on PlayStation or whatever, and I'd tell them to add me so that we could play together and, just try to grind out some games. So Husan literally was one of my first 100 subscribers back when I used to message every single person individually that subscribed, and we have literally been playing ever since. So it's pretty crazy to think that I would have never met Husan or certain other people if I had never even started this channel. So the next question is from Husan, and I really appreciate him asking. So he was asking me, did you have support from your family and friends when you first started your YouTube channel? And to be honest with you guys, the answer is probably no. And it ties into the last question that I answered, because when I was like 14 or 15, I really did want to start a YouTube channel. But as you guys probably already know, I know a couple of you guys are younger. So it's really hard to start a YouTube channel if you have zero money and you have zero, like you don't have a computer or anything like that. Back on PlayStation 3, there was no way to actually capture video game software just built into the system, so we weren't lucky as we are now back then. So in order to start a YouTube channel back when I was like 15 or 16, you had to go out and buy probably about $400 worth of equipment, and then on top of that you had to buy a computer. So in order to start a YouTube channel, it would cost about $1,000, and as a 15, 16-year-old, I did not have that kind of money. So I always used to ask my parents, like, hey, would you just let me, stay home from school, to do certain things with my YouTube channel, or like, would you guys like buy me this equipment so that I can start doing this? And they just never really believed that it was something that could make money. This was something you got to remember back when, like, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, video games were not as big as they were now. A lot of people were really naive and ignorant to the fact that you could actually make money from something like YouTube or video games in general. So it was just a lot different back then. So my parents were not very all that supportive of me starting a YouTube channel and like dropping out of college and stuff like that just to try to make videos. But either way, I went out on my own time a couple years later. Once I had my own money, I bought a capture card, I bought a computer, and because of PlayStation 4 having its own built-in capture card, I actually didn't need to go out and buy all that equipment. The only thing that I needed was the $400 PlayStation 4, which I already had. And so I actually used the built-in capture software and a $20 flash drive to make videos for the entire first year of my channel. So instead of it costing me about $1,000 to start a channel, it literally only costed me $20 for the flash drive. So after the first year, and my YouTube channel actually started paying me a little bit of money, like $20 to $30 a month. So I saved up that money and I bought myself a Game Capture HD and a microphone about a year after starting my channel. So the whole first year of doing the channel was literally with like a trap setup, and honestly, it's pretty insane to think that I started out like that, and if you compare it to where we are now. But just so you guys do know, no, I did not necessarily have all that much support when I started, but now that I've become successful, it's funny because my family and friends have slowly started to support it, even though they thought it was really weird at first and thought I was crazy just talking to myself in my bedroom. But what are you going to do? Next question is from Troy Temple, and he was wondering if there are any other battle royales that I keep tabs on. And the answer is yes. I do kind of keep tabs on a few battle royales actually, like Apex Legends, and occasionally I'll hop on Realm Royale just because it's really chill and it's pretty easy. But I definitely do keep tabs on Apex Legends. I've liked that game a lot, and I heard recently that it's actually getting a solos game mode. I do play it here and there. I'm level 100. I've played the ranked game mode a few times that just got released after season 2, and I plan on trying out the solos game mode. I would play the game a lot more and even make content for it if it had more support in its tournaments, or if the unlock system was a little bit different, because I really don't like the way that the crates work and how most of the stuff you unlock is just kind of camos and skins that I don't really find all that appealing. But overall, I still think it's a pretty solid game, and it has a pretty big future ahead of it if the developers can keep up with the demand. The next question was wondering if I was going to be playing Destiny 2 Shadowkeep when it comes out, and before I actually started making this Q&A, the answer was 100% yes, but now Bungie has actually pushed back the DLC at the time of me making this video. In a few weeks, I think actually only in like 10 days or so, Destiny 2 will finally have cross-save, and I'll be able to transfer my PS4 account to PC. I'll definitely be trying that out as soon as that comes out. On top of that, we've got Shadowkeep that comes out on October 1st, and although I'll definitely play Destiny 2, I'm not sure if I actually want to spend the $60 on the Shadowkeep DLC. I think it's all really going to depend on later this month when Bungie finally unveils what they're doing with the PvP for Shadowkeep. Because if they unveil PvP and it's literally just all the same guns that they're bringing back from D1, and it's all a bunch of remastered maps from D1, and they haven't actually put anything new into the game, I honestly don't think that I can support the game again by spending another $60 on it, or even $120 actually, because I do have to buy all of the DLC content twice, as I do play on PS4 and PC, and the DLC content does not transfer over. You have to buy it twice. And so thinking about all of that, and thinking about how much playtime that I already have on Destiny 2, and how much we've pretty much already achieved on that game, it's really hard to decide right now whether or not I will be playing Shadowkeep. But as soon as Trials comes back, if they ever put that back into the game, I will definitely be right back on Destiny. And for my final question, I'm always getting this question asked if I'm ever going to be doing a face reveal. And I've been giving it a lot of thought lately, and I was thinking about possibly doing one, and then maybe even incorporating video inside of like my guides and stuff like that, and maybe even doing some live streams with the face cam. But that would all have to wait for a few more weeks when I actually get the equipment for it. But other than that though, guys, that's all we have time for here in this Q&A. This is one of the longest videos I've probably ever made. I really hope you enjoyed it. There was a lot of questions we had to answer, as we have not made one of these videos in a few years. Be sure to leave any more questions that you guys have for me down in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer them in a video very, very soon. But other than that though, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.